Bing! Hello. Welcome. Welcome to another edition of OUYA Dev Support Office Hours. It's Wednesday. What's going on? It's Wednesday.
You're going on, Bob.
Thanks, man. What is it? May 20th. It's May 20th edition of OUYA Dev Support Office Hours. We're all joined together. Here's this guy, Jared Yeager.
To break up the work week. Hey, everyone, how you doing?
Kelly Santiago.
Whee!
Somewhere in the Washington State area.
Hey.
It's Mr. Tim Grauman.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Doing well. For once, have eaten food before this starts.
Nice.
A winning combination.
Like what you're going to submit to today's food game?
No, just that I won't be starving by the end of it.
We are having Taco Bell for lunch.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Well, there goes our sponsorship with Taco Bell.
Yeah, whoa, man. Awfully awesome.
Wah, wah.
We were going to do a thing where we had OUYA going across, then the T above the A and OUYA going down and everything.
Yeah.
And
The new
Amazing Frog and stuff, and Bob blew it. Oh, actually, no, Tim blew it. Sorry.
Yeah, Tim. We were gonna start selling bundled OUYAs with cinnamon twists, and the OUYAs would be the little box. And take the cinnamon twist out.
Nice.
Yeah. The $5 box.
It also has USB storage. Traditional cinnamon sticks.
So fun. Nice to see you all.
Yay!
I saw Mad Max this weekend.
Mmm.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Well, I saw Mad Men this weekend.
Yeah?
I saw Ex Machina. And
Oh, you finally did. What did you think?
it's awesome.
It's got good reviews.
Really provocative. Definitely a good one to go out after and chat about.
It's on my list. I also want to see Pitch Perfect 2. I really liked Pitch Perfect 1. I like singing.
And you'll love for karaoke on OUYA.
Yeah, I do.
I was just thinking
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
You should see my for karaoke library. It's filled with songs. Filled with them. I like the way you work it. No diggity. Etc. What other games have you guys played recently?
I've been checking out. It just came into submission. It's not QA approved yet, but Party Golf looks like a lot of fun. I've dabbled into it, but need more players for sure.
Cool.
So for those of you who are not familiar with the game, it's 2D multiplayer, I think same time golfing going across the landscape of procedurally generated levels. It looks like it's some crazy good fun. And the trailer that's on our Vimeo channel right now, or not our Vimeo channel, but the dev put up looks pretty sweet. So maybe we can link out to it at some point or post it. I'll see what I can do for that.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll put it in the show notes too.
Cool.
It's
That's
rad.
right. I linked it out to you. So yeah, Tim, go ahead and drop it in.
Drop it like it's hot, Tim.
And of course, Machinarium.
What about you, Timbo?
I'm still working on the second half of Broken Age, so I had no idea. Well, I guess I won't leave it. No spoilers.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
Is it? Your mind is blown.
Yep.
Did you finish it yet, Kelly? Second half? Broken Age?
There I am. No.
Not yet.
I have not. It's tricky.
Right on. Well, and that... Oh, where did Jerry go?
Uh-oh.
Maybe not.
You got me eating.
Awkward. Oh, there he is. Well, now seems like a great time for just the facts with Jared Yeager.
In facts, we will, my friends. Yeah, we got some good stuff for the player base out there right now, and a lot of updates. It's been a big week for updates for a lot of cool games. So, starting off though, in the bundles and sales land, we've got IO IndieK 2014 finalists, 50% off the normal $4.99 price point, and Mitch Berry Challenge also 50% off. And we should have the bundle, hopefully, from M. Dickey for all of his games, including Wrestling Revolution, 3D, Booking Revolution, and Hard Time next week. Still getting a final price point on that. But moving along nicely. On the update front, Playcast, Pack Full of Fun, has finally been updated with Grid 2, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, Guiana Sisters Twisted Dreams. I assume it's Guiana Sisters. So we're up to 25 games plus 2 that you can get a la carte within the app itself. So the app's been updated. So check that out. Raiden Legacy has also been updated for OUYA everywhere, so you can play that on Mojo. Super Indie Carts also had a big update. I believe its price is a little bit lower as well, along with Bomb Squad. And fan-requested Pure Solar can now be played in offline mode. So it still does a receipt check, but it's local. So those of you who don't have good web Wi-Fi connections, you should have no problem in that game. Along with Broken Age, there was an issue for some players who were trying to update before, but Double Fine submitted a great fix for that. So everyone who's trying to update or download Broken Age, you should be in great shape. Also coming down the pipe, if you haven't seen the hilarious trailer that just went up on our YouTube channel, Cat Lateral Damage, the final version should be live in a couple of weeks. So you can see the infomercial on our YouTube channel. It should be the video right preceding this one on the OUYA YouTubes. So looking forward to that. We also have Centris and Knight and Damsel coming down the pipe shortly. We'll have exact release dates in the week or so ahead to share with all of you. And like I said before, Party Golf looks like a heck of a lot of fun. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It'll probably jump into our Get the Party Started playlist within the next week. And I think we've got maybe a cool Machinarium OUYA Presents in the works from Bob and Carl. So for those of you who would have liked a demo and maybe didn't get quite enough from the trailer, that should probably get you quite excited about it. They'll have, of course, some wonderful little pro tips for you. And yeah, enjoy all of that.
Is that
Bam!
it? Bam!
Bam!
I knew that was it. I just wanted a dramatic pause at the end.
I realize if all the facts I go, I think I've actually put 0 punctuation out of business. I'm pretty sure I had no commas or periods in everything I just went through.
Nice. Goals. Goals. Before we segue into the world of Mr. Tim Groutman. Now let's just do it. Time to grok with Groutman.
There were a lot of ... in that.
Yeah. It's a dramatic episode today. I'm on the edge
Yeah,
of my seat.
wow.
Pay
All
for the
right.
whole seat, but you just need the edge.
Yeah, so I did some documentation updates, and I thought I'd show you a little bit about how to use the NVIDIA profiler on the OUYA. So I'll bring that up. Okay, so just a reminder, we have like a basic optimization guide for how to make your game run faster, and there's some things there. And towards the top, I've got added a link to the NVIDIA Perf HUD. It's been there, but here's some more useful links. So the first link here will go to the download page. You'll need to register an NVIDIA account to be able to download this. And it comes with a Tegra Android development pack when you download that. So that takes a while to install, but it'll give you the Android SDK, the Android NDK, like Visual Studio templates, and this profiler thing, in addition to a bunch of other things. So the profiler lets you inspect individual draw frames and do all kinds of monkeying to find your performance bottlenecks. Okay, so the second link in the guide is a link to the quick start guide. And to get the thing running, you run a command. Let's see. Here we go. So on the command line with ADB in your path, you set a property, and that turns on the NVIDIA performance thing, and then that lets you connect it to the tool. So it's pretty easy to get going. And then there's another link where this general overview shows you all the stuff you can do with it. Here we go. Okay, so like you do that setting, you run the game, you connect it, and it does all this graphing, and you can debug. It's got a frame debugger, and you can look at geometry that's in the game. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to try and connect the thing. So let's follow the quick guide here. Okay, so I had it running before. The first thing, when you install the Tegra Android Development Pack, it installs by default to the NVIDIA pack on your C drive. So this is on Windows. So there's the NDK, the SDK, Apache Ant for building, Cygwin for doing a bunch of Unix stuff on Windows, documentation, Eclipse, that's for Java programming. And then you have the JDK for Java. But the important thing is here's that perfhud ES profiler thing. So when you run that, you get this profiler, and before you can connect the profiler, you need to bring up a command prompt. And from the quick start guide, I have to run this command. So each time you reboot your OUYA, you want to run this command. So ADB shell, that lets you run commands on the OUYA, set property to set a property, and then it turns on this perfhud thing. So now that I've done that, I should also have opened a capture thing so you can see what's on the screen. But basically, when that opens, I'm going to launch a game like Whispering Willows. Here we go. Capture things opening. Here we go. Takes a minute to initialize. Wait for it. Is it going to cooperate? Oh. Well, it's not. It's all right. You don't have to see my screen, I suppose. I'll just, okay. So on my screen now, I'm just in the play section, and I go and I launch the game now. So I'm going to launch Whispering Willows. Here we go. Okay, so it's launched on the console. And then down here where it says not connected in the profiler, you click this button, and then there's a few different ways to connect. So it has this ADB forwarding thing, has an ADB launcher. So ADB forwarding is like a way for things to forward. And then there's through the ADB launcher, and it's detecting all the packages that I have installed in the play section, like Whispering Willows here. But I'm doing this connection mode through the IP address thing. So on that option, it's detecting that yes, I have Whispering Willows running, and then I can say connect. Here we go, and now the profiler is connected. So the cool thing is I can toggle a bunch of these different tests that it's messing with Whispering Willows. Here, I'll capture a screenshot of what that might look like. Give me a screenshot. Okay, so one of these tests, when you click them, changes all your textures to just 2 by 2, and you can toggle these various things to help find bottlenecks. So this would be like, oh, maybe you're using like 2K textures or something, and by switching out all the textures for a smaller texture, do you see a performance benefit? And then you know, oh yeah, it's because my textures were too big. You can say ignore draw calls, and then instantly it just stops rendering. The screen goes black, and this would help you identify like if you have CPU-based bottlenecks. So it might not be in your drawing at all. It might be, your physics or some kind of CPU programming thing in your script that's not related to the rendering. You can disable the VSync. Sometimes that could be an issue. I guess this null fragment shader it dynamically replaces shaders with a super fast shader. So I do that when I'm profiling too. Like I'll switch from like a bump shader to a diffuse shader, and then that will let me know, oh, maybe my shader had like 4 passes in it, and if I optimize to a single pass shader, I could get the performance back. You can see what happens if you turn off the viewport, so it doesn't have anything to render to. You can disable blending. Sometimes if you have too much alpha blending going on, there could be a performance bottleneck there. You can stop it from clearing the screen, and that might help you identify, there might be something you missed that's rendering like at the very end of the frame before it clears. And these are just a lot of different ways. Filtering. So like there's point filtering and linear filtering and trilinear filtering. If you disable filtering, maybe you can find a bottleneck there. And then also, as you move around between screens, this is watching memory, and you can see all these different graphs and toggle them on and off. And again, it's got the frame debugger and a frame profiler. But it's totally worth checking out. And if you have any questions or want to post anything in the documentation, just let me know. So yeah, so this is the NVIDIA profiler. It's pretty cool to find bottlenecks and monkey with your game and find any issues. Because your goal is you want to have 30 frames a second, and if you're below that, anything that helps you find your bottlenecks is definitely something you want to look at. So yeah, that's it. It would have been really cool if the video would have worked. That would have been cool.
You're on the.
So
That's Ryan.
well done, Ryan. Well done.
This bunch of shit brought to you by Diablo sauce.
Diablo.
Taco Bell will not forgive. They do not forget.
Is there Fuego Normal? Great job, Tim.
So, well done, Tim. Thank you.
Yeah.
I also forgot to mention, Tim, that I thought you might be a little proud. I have jumped into the Unity tutorials. I have watched all the beginners. I have jumped into the editor. I've played around with some spheres and cubes.
Yeah.
I have begun my Unity baptism, if you will.
That's great.
I knew that'd make you proud, Papa. We'll see where it goes from there. But
We're gonna have to show your game on this show.
Projects. I'm gonna try to make that sphere collect those yellow cubes maybe in the next week, hopefully.
Man, that's great.
Get those cubes.
It was a little tricky though. It's interesting. The sample project is not accessible unless you have to go outside of the whole thing and then drag it out from where it actually preloads to your desktop. Otherwise, you can't play with it right away. And it doesn't quite set up the viewing mode that the tutorial videos have to start. But once you kind of work that all out, it's not too bad.
Oh yeah, the Unity layout or whatever. It's all adjustable. Everybody has their preferences. Like some people have it on one side or the other. I use these. You can save layouts.
Ah. Yeah, I think the one they use, they've got the game. Sorry, they've got scene above game, and then they've got, I think, pretty much how you've got it showing. But yeah, hopefully you can try to learn it. I think, Bob, you got a little ways, or at least you got to a scripting part.
Yeah, I did a few of them, and then I got to the C++ stuff, and I was like, whoa, whoa. So then it slowed down for me, but yeah, make that sphere move.
Hopefully catch up, and we can work on it together. It seems like they've
Yeah.
got some scripting or basic scripting tutorials in there now, so maybe that might solve things.
Let's maybe we can pair program.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be down. We make a game for Taco Bell to win them back.
Yeah, so for the food game, I'm submitting the cheesy gordita crunch. That's my submission. Tim's out by default. So that's
he
just-
disliked Taco Bell that much.
yeah, just you guys.
Take it, Kelly.
What do you got?
Is it my turn already?
Yeah,
go
Tim
for it.
fell off.
Oh, right. I had gluten-free chocolate chip brownie with peppermint stick ice cream. I submit that to you.
That's pretty good. I've had that ice cream before. That's tough to beat. For me, went to Cool House, got a nice mason jar full or refill of. The bottom half was Bananas Foster ice cream with like a little caramel swirl sauce in there, melted sugar and butter, and on top of that was Kahlua coffee and donut chocolate ice cream on top with like little bits of donuts.
What's the
in there.
butter about? I put
Oh,
butter
I
on
said
it?
bananas. You know, Banana Foster. Like you end up when you just make Banana Fosters normally, you've got like a buttery, caramelly sauce that you're frying up the bananas in or cooking them in the pan with. So they kind of swirl that into the ice cream part.
Whoa.
It was good. So you just work your way from one layer to the next. A nice, tasty treat. Took 2 nights to go through because it'd be embarrassing if we went through it in one.
Tim, we thought we lost you.
Yeah, I had the blue screen of Almighty Live Death.
Yeah, it's changed the whole color of your room to a shade of blue.
Blue screen, yeah.
Oh, man.
I unplugged the USB for the capture device and plugged it back in, and it just went,
Mm.
not having it.
So you're up then. You could theoretically win this one.
All right. Well, I brought a prop. So I had this Henry Weinhardt's orange cream soda. Good stuff.
That it?
That's it. It was so good. Here, I'll just do a repro for you.
Yeah, chug it.
Repro steps.
I think it's a very close call. Keep chugging it, Tim. You just drink it while I talk. It's a close call,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's going to Jared for the buttery sauce.
Wow, I didn't think I was going to eke that out.
With Kelly, and it was like the margin was,
Oh my gosh.
it was the hairline margin.
If I described it like Jared describes his food,
Yep.
one.
I kind of think I stole that because I know how that other ice cream tastes, and a brownie with that does sound quite divine.
We'll have to go to the instant replay after this, so we'll stop it and we'll go back and play through, and maybe next week we'll review.
Go to the comment section.
Yeah, go to the comment section and you vote. Okay, guys.
Alrighty.
I think we're good.
Good being with you today.
Yes, as
And
always.
also with you.
I think it's our first Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Midweek of madness. All right then. Happy week to y'all.
Happy Hump Day.
Oh, you know what? Monday is a holiday, right? So we might not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
supposed to see you
on
next time.
Tuesday next week.
Cool.
Indeed. Send us your questions, everyone. Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.